Hi guys, Theresa here of Larkin Design, and welcome back to my Project Life 2016 series. Last year I did my 2016 Project Life album. Last year's routine was to publish those videos on Tuesdays, and I don't know at this point what day of the week I'm going to share this album, the rest of this album with you on. Stay tuned for that. I do like to do, one day a week for each project, and I don't have it quite yet arranged in my schedule. It's taken me a couple of weeks here in January to get back in a routine, and I definitely have on my priority to finish up 2016, and I'm also already beginning to work on 2017 as well. And so right now I have 3 different Project Life projects going on. 2016 still has about 4 or 5 weeks that I have to finish up, and my 2017 is just beginning. Yay! I'm so excited about that. And then I'm still finishing up 2014 as well. So, and it's all, one day at a time. One layout per week is fine, and it will all get done here in no time at all. And so let me share with you a little bit about what I'm working on for my layout today. This is week 40 from last year. And this was one of those weeks where there just really weren't a lot of photos taken. Really, the only photos I had were from this trip to the park. And yes, I made a traditional layout from this same day, and it was a sketch video that I published last year. And I'm absolutely including this in my Project Life as well, just so there isn't a gap for week 40, right? And that's totally okay to do. And it was absolutely inspired. There were two product collections that I wanted to draw from. One is the Shine Bright collection from Sahlin Studio, and also the numbers cards that she released last week. And so that's what this project features. And when I got the Shine Bright collection, the colors just drew me in immediately. And I really love, my favorite is the teal and the yellow. So I created this project in the Project Life app. I used Dropbox to bring in the elements from the Shine Bright collection, and I used the teal border is in the Project Life app as well. It's just one of the borders from one of the kits that's available in the app itself, and I don't worry about whether it matches perfectly. Now, if you want that border to match precisely the teal that's in the Shine Bright collection, you can do your color. You can use your color picker in Photoshop, right, and manipulate it a little bit. You probably have to mask some of the photo frames, and I've done that in the past. But I have to be honest and say that I'm okay if the shades are a little bit different. And one of the things that does is it creates variety, and it creates visual interest in your layout. I know that some people it will drive crazy. And then there are other people like myself who appreciate the width and breadth and depth of color, and how one color from one manufacturer isn't going to be exactly the same as a color from another manufacturer, and it's okay. It's okay to be okay with that, right? That's my quote for this year. It's okay to be okay with that. So anyway, of course, once I created the layout in the Project Life app, I printed it. This one was printed at home on my brand new Canon Pixma. You guys know that the last 2 years, I think, I've had an Epson Workforce wide format, and loved it, although it had to be replaced once. And then the second one that they replaced also went the same path, right at about a year. So I have to say that I have now become a Canon fan, and I love my Pixma. These prints are just beautiful. They came out really wonderful from that printer, so I highly recommend it. If you're in the market for a wide format printer, I love having the capability of printing these at home. Sometimes I print them at home, and sometimes I send them out as a batch to Persnickety Prints. That's typically where I order my 12 by 12 prints. They've just, for me personally, they've consistently had great customer service and excellent quality prints. But anyway, so those are the two main ways that I actually print my layouts from the Project Life app. And then as far as the Shine Bright collection, that collection contained a set of elements that I printed out both on cardstock and on vellum. And this is something I like to do just so I have options. And then you can see how I layered the hearts. The bottom layer is cardstock, and then the top two layers are vellum. And so I think it adds a little visual interest. And you guys know I love transparent elements, see-through elements. I'm also using a couple of embellishments that are from previous years from Gossamer Blue, and also the stamp set is from Gossamer Blue. I think that was December's stamp, if I'm not mistaken. So those are just my go-to things that I leave on my desk. I love those acrylic pieces and the wooden pieces that come in those kits, and they just make nice little additions to these Project Life layouts. I also had a couple of tags here that I used a little bit of twine just to tie some little bows and have a little fiber here on these layouts. And I also used a set of thickers alphabets from Maggie Holmes, the glitter alphabets. I forget what those are called, but they're from Crepe Paper Maggie Holmes. And then I'm going to do my usual washi tape trick. I do this a lot especially on the 4x6 cards. I need to get, if you're a stamp designer and you happen to be listening to me, like, we need a set of 4x6 stamps that do lines. It's easy to find 3-inch wide lines. And I have the Becky Higgins Project Life roller stamp that has lines. But I would love a stamp set that has, that's 4x6, that has lines on it. And just has like 3 different line options or something like that. I would love that. Anyway, a girl can dream. Back to reality. So, what I did want to say as well, in terms of this layout here, and just having photos from one day, that sometimes my Project Life layouts are just from one event, especially if it was a busy week, right? Sometimes there are just busy weeks where you don't even have time to look at your phone, and sometimes there are just slow weeks where nothing happened, nothing was inspiring, sometimes those weeks just happen, right? And so for me, my philosophy is if I'm not feeling inspired to take pictures, I don't have to pressure myself to take pictures every day or to take pictures 3 times a week or whatever. As long as I have one good event, then that's okay. Or if I only have 3 photos from the week, then I might just do 1 page for that week. And you guys have seen me do that in the past. So there's definitely room here and definitely flexibility for the down weeks where everything in the world isn't happening. And, and we need those weeks, to be honest with you. That's sort of the ebb and flow of life for me, and it's the ebb and flow of project life as well. The saying, art imitates life, right? And so I don't think that our art should be this made up thing. I think that we can just live our life the way we live it and let our albums reflect that. So I think that I'm just about ready to finish up this layout today. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I hope that you will like and comment and subscribe. And then I'll see you back here again soon. Thanks again. Bye-bye.